Hey, TVs, it's Psychic Bob. I'm getting my voodoo on today. I love voodoo. I got on my voodoo beads and I'm dancing. It's time we bring out Le Grand Zombie. Oh, yeah. I'm serious. I love voodoo. How you like my snake? Make sure to be here this Wednesday. We're going to talk about some voodoo stuff and Marie Laveau, girl. Woo! Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Hey, TV Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be back with you. You guys are the best. Well, I've been having fun. I've been wearing my voodoo beads. These are real voodoo beads, and been dancing today and just getting recharged. A lot of you have been writing. Say, Psychic Bob, where are you? Yesterday, Friday, was a crazy busy day. I had so many calls coming in for readings. I was like overwhelmed. And my assistant Angela and I were trying to get back to everybody. I know there are a lot of you waiting to hear from me. We're trying to get back to you as quick as we can. I just literally had tons and tons of calls come in. So I'm doing fine, but I ended up working a lot yesterday between scheduling readings, doing readings, trying to keep everything going. So just didn't get a video out. But it's Saturday, and welcome back. By the way, I want to say thank you to all of you who've been calling for private readings. I'm so honored. For those of you who are new here, I am a full-time professional psychic medium. And if you want to get on my schedule, please call me. 703-825-3929 is my number. I'm getting already filled. I'm filled through the rest of the weekend and into next week. So we're filling up quickly. If you want to get on my schedule, go ahead and call now because you may have to be on a waiting list. So get in as quick as you can, okay? You guys are great. Thank you so very much for your wonderful interest and support. You can also write to me at my email, PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com. All those links will be below. Anyway, so glad you guys are here. Listen, real quick announcement. Make sure today, it's the last day you can get my artwork, which is called Black and Silver. This is over at my website, my latest in artworks. Tomorrow, we'll have a new artwork up. If you like this piece of modern art, go ahead and get it. It's free at my website. It's my creation. You can print it out, you know, download it, print it out, put it in a frame. It makes a wonderful gift. This is what it'll look like if you frame it. See how nice that looks? So anyways, get your copy of Black and Silver today. It's one of my string paintings. And if you enjoy this, get it today. It's your last day, okay? Anyways, glad you're here. Well, we're going to continue today with our Spiritualist Class and Seance. Let me find our book. So we're working right now on getting through this book, Sylvia Browne's Mystical Traveler. So many of you have been saying, Psychic Bob, I'm feeling called to spiritual service, spiritual life. I don't understand that. What does it mean? Well, we're studying this book. This will help you understand it. By Sylvia Browne, Mystical Traveler. I am not being endorsed by Sylvia Browne Corporation nor Hay House, who publishes this. But I recommend you get it. It's a thin book, but I tell you, it is packed with knowledge, okay? So we're going to continue on and see what Sylvia has. Now, after the class, we're going to have a little seance as well, and we're going to do a little channeling and see what the spirit world has. But let's see what Sylvia has. We're starting today on page 73 on chapter 6 called The 8 Keys of Golden Knowledge. Okay, can you see that? All right, so we're going to start at the beginning of the chapter. Oh, hold on a second, Bob got to put on his glasses. All right, let's see here. Sylvia writes, some of the most important tools we're given in life are called the 8 golden keys of knowledge, which points to the advancement of our souls. It may seem at times that to advance at all is impossible, but if you've at least attempted to live a good life, then you've obtained a great deal of spirituality, and your soul has indeed advanced tremendously. Even if you've fallen a few times, simply trying at all means that you've done better than you think. The 8 golden keys are fortitude. Here's the 8 golden keys. Write these down. Fortitude, mercy, honesty or honor, loyalty, gratitude, psychic or healing ability, levity, and great or grand intelligence. That means infused knowledge. And while it's true that everyone should abide by these concepts, they are mandatory for mystical travelers. Let's go over those points again. She's going to go into more detail, but I just want to hit on them again real quick, okay? So, fortitude, that means like strength. Mercy, which means compassion and kindness. Honesty or honor, meaning dealing with people forthrightly. Loyalty, we know what that is. Gratitude, that means being appreciative and thankful. Psychic or healing ability, they kind of go together, okay? Levity, now what's levity? Levity means having a spirit of lightness, not letting everything be a drama, laughing, and in my case, dancing. That's a levity, that's a golden key, okay? And great or grand intelligence, and she puts in parentheses, infused knowledge, okay? So trusting in the spirit world means that when you take on a mystical traveler, you get infused with these golden keys. Well, I mean, they're tools that you work with. So you may not have all of them, but over time you develop them. And I think that's really exciting. So she says the next section, golden keys in detail, the golden keys in detail. Let's go through each of the keys, not only from a practical definition, but also from a spiritual point of view. In this way, you'll become more knowledgeable about the gifts they bring, along with the pitfalls you might encounter. Please note that even if you deviate from these keys, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're off track. However, it does mean that you're not fulfilling your role as a mystical traveler. Okay, so those 8 keys are really kind of the center of our lives, you know. So we're going to hear what she says. The first one is fortitude. Okay, remember that was the first one in our list. She writes, the first key may not be what you expect. It actually refers to steadfastness and endurance, even in the face of pain and illness, such as in the case of Montel Williams, who must continually fight his multiple sclerosis. If the soul is fortified, you'd be surprised by how the body follows. Examples of this abound in everyday life when strong-willed people live long, full lives, even after doctors have given them a death sentence. Yet, if the will isn't strong, the body will give up, causing someone to die. While they may not actually pass over to the other side, a life spark goes out, and they become vacant and purposeless. Like the walking dead, drug addicts are very much in this category, as the fire of their soul has been smothered, and it's as if they aren't even in their physical shells anymore. Now let me tell you, I want to stop there for a minute, because what Sylvia's saying here is so true, that when we battle life's challenges, and you know, this physical body has its limits, we all get sick, we all going to die, but fortitude means that within you, you find the power of spirit and you plunge on through. And you know, I tell you, I've worked with people on drugs before. I've had drug addicts come to me for spiritual counseling. And, you know, it's really sad, because if you've ever been with somebody who's been a very long-term addict, when you have a conversation, it really is a sense of vacancy. Yeah, they're talking, but it's like nobody's behind it. It's almost like an empty voice. And a lot of people, especially that are overtaken by addiction, what happens is they talk at you, not to you or not with you. It's very interesting. It's hard to put that into words except to say it's very much like Sylvia says, they're like a vacant shell. They're there, they're moving, they're talking, but there's no soul in them. And their eyes many times do look dead. Okay, now that doesn't mean they can't come back from that, because I've seen amazing recoveries. And like Sylvia says here, you know, some people are given a death sentence. I had a lady come to me. She had 3 months to live, and she had terminal cancer. And in the reading, I kept saying, I just don't see you dying. I don't know why there's, I mean, I believe the doctor, but I'm not picking that up as a psychic. And the lady says, you must have an off day, Psychic Bob. You don't even pick up that I'm dying. I said, no, I just don't. I said, in fact, I'm being told by my spirit people you're going to live. And guess what happened? Her cancer within a week went into full remission. Stage 4. I mean, nobody ever comes back from stage 4, but this lady did. And this happens. Now, I didn't heal her. She called me and said, how did you heal me? I said, I didn't do that. That was God. That was the Spirit. I only told you what they wanted you to know, though, that it wasn't your time to go. So Sylvia's right. Fortitude counts for a lot. You know, and if you're somebody today and you've been given a sentence like, you know, they say you have lung cancer or heart disease or diabetes and you're not going to live, don't believe it. I mean, do what your doctor says. I'm not saying don't take your medicine, don't do stuff to alleviate that. But, you know, really the higher power decides when we go. And we actually get to be part of that decision. So fortitude means saying, if you want to be here and you're going to make it, you're going to make it. And I'm serious about that. I've seen miracles. So don't listen to what they say, okay? So Sylvia goes on, she says, to be fortified means that to be strong in the face of all skepticism and adversity, and to bear witness to the truth. Mystical travelers can't be silent or quiet. They must be like Jesus and be strong enough to proclaim who they are and what they believe in. I'm going to pause there just for a second. You know, my video the other day when I talked about my electronic harassment on Thursday when I went out and I did my early vlog, you know, I said in that I'm not going to be silent. And, you know, part of that comes from my calling as a mystical traveler. I'm here to bear truth to the world. And when these abuses are occurring, I'm going to stand. I'm standing with all the targeted individuals. I'm standing with those who are suffering. And that's my truth. And like Sylvia says, you have to do it if you're a mystical traveler. We can't be silent. So that ain't going to happen. Psychic Bob's here, and I'm walking through the fire with all of you. Okay? And just as Christ did, they must spread the word about our all-loving creators. But they can never shove their beliefs down another's throats or try to convert them against their will. It's important that they simply give answers to the questions they are asked and live by example. Now, you know, we've all seen this, haven't we? These people standing on the street corner condemning her. You're going to hell. You're evil. God's wrath is on you. That doesn't win anybody to truth and light and goodness. It's condemnation. It's not our place. We just have to be the light. You know, I don't go around preaching to people in the street. If people want to know where my light and joy come from, I share it if they want to know. I tell them I have a great connection to the spirit world, and I have a great belief in the powers of magic. Sometimes that makes them run away, but it's my truth and I share it. And so today, if you're somebody you're thinking, you know, I want to be a mystical traveler, I don't know where to start. Just start by making the commitment within yourself that you're going to live your truth. If people ask you what you believe, you're not going to shy away and say, oh, I don't know, be politically correct. No. Sometimes mystical travelers have to be politically incorrect because most of the world doesn't want to hear about light and truth and spirit. But mystical travelers are called to bear witness to that. Again, like Sylvia said, not preaching and condemning in the streets and being all dramatic, but simply being present and standing in your truth and in your light. Yeah, it's work and it's sometimes hard, but you'll find that the joy you get from that outweighs any adversity. Anyways, we'll stop there today, but definitely get this book, Sylvia Browne, Mystical Travel. You can buy used copies on like eBay or Amazon for like $2. So it's a good book to invest in. Well, now we're going to have our seance. Now, seance is where I go into a trance state, T-R-A-N-C-E, not trans, trance. And that means that when I'm in a trance state, spirits overshadow my consciousness and speak through me. They use my body to communicate. It's not possession. It's a willing exchange of energy, okay? So I'm going to get ready for that. Stay here. I'll be with you in just one moment. Okay, I'm back. Now, you know, when I do trance channeling, I like to bring the lights down. So I brought the lights down. And if you were here in my home, which really in a sense you are, I'd just say, let's have a little circle here. We're going to sit in a circle. Pull your chairs up. We're forming a seance circle now. And you can do that virtually. Join our circle. And I'm going to go into trance. And we'll see what the spirit people have. So I'll see you when I get back. Oh, greetings. This is Fletcher here. So good to be back with all of you. Well, I tell you, we got a lot of soul glow out there today. So many of you have been stepping close to your gifts of the spirit. And those of us in the spirit world, we're glad to be sending over power to each of you. Some of you out there, you've been beginning into channeling yourself and finding that, oh, it's not so scary to let the spirit world come close to you. The spirit world has got your back, as they say. We want to be your friends. And so do call upon us and we'll be helping you. This is Fletcher. I've got a few others here, so I'll be stepping out of our medium's way. Good to see you. Blessed be. Good evening. Many of you here today have heard our calling. You've been going about your business. You have an inkling, a sense that you should stop what you're doing and come to your computer. Even through the medium of electronic communication, we of the spirit world can reach across and make a connection. Your being here at this seance is not by coincidence. Each of you were called here today, called by the spirit world. If you felt that calling from our world, rejoice and know that you have a light that is bright within you. Some of you say, but Alfred, I only just accidentally stumbled upon this meeting. If that is your belief, understand that you're simply not aware that you were called. There are no coincidences. Each of you are here by design of divine order. In the spirit world, we refer to God as Father, or we call him infinite intelligence. Infinite intelligence is a more apt term. It is true that God is Father, but God is also Mother. Mother and Father God, infinite intelligence. The concept of divinity is difficult for humans to comprehend. For while you are in the body, you are separated from full access to our world, to the spirit world, and to infinite intelligence. It is designed as such that you might have a separation from the spirit world for a brief while in order to have a new perspective, a new understanding. Know that each of you are considered to be very brave and trusted souls. If you were not, you would not be allowed to enter the earth. Each person who exists upon the earth in a physical form has been released from the spirit world into the earth world. The process of birth is used to bring you into a physical incarnation. But inside of your physical self there is a soul, an eternal soul that exists forever. It has always existed and shall never cease to be. Many humans, though, become encased in the flesh. Their minds become dulled to spiritual realities, and they live as if there is no life beyond their earthly life. This is a mistake that, in a sense, causes them to waste much of their incarnation. If you could understand how much planning goes into preparing for a single soul to come to the earth plane, you would never waste a single day. For each of you have countless hundreds of guides and angels on our side, as well as on the earth, who are working tirelessly, ceaselessly, and effortlessly. Well, I should not say effortlessly. They put a great deal of effort into it. But they work non-stop to assure that your journey on earth meets its goals. Do you know that each of you come into the earth with a set of specific goals? Some of you are here to be healers, and so you'll study medicine. Some of you will study metaphysics and healing. There is no difference between a Reiki practitioner and a doctor of medicine. Both have a healing life theme. Some of you have come into the earth to be teachers, to teach people how to read, how to write. Some of you will teach them how to understand spiritual truths. Whatever your mission is, know that there are many who have assisted in bringing you, first of all, to the earth in a physical form. And there are many who maintain you, that you might be a presence on the earth, and a presence that brings the truth of why you have come. There are souls who come into the earth who abandon all that they have planned and prepared. These souls find themselves wandering in ways of darkness. As our medium was speaking of earlier, those who have become immersed in the drug scene have already in a sense died and given up their missions. They are like vacant shells wandering the earth. It causes us in the spirit world great sorrow and great pain when a soul abandons its true purpose and calling. Because humanity has free will, we cannot interfere. We cannot force our will that it be such and so. We can only be present in the hope that the errant soul will awaken to truth and to light and begin again. Some of you listening to this tonight are very old. You're perhaps even just a year or two away from death. Some of you are 100 or more, and you wonder how much longer you have. This is why, as you can testify, life passes very quickly upon the earth. And so you must not waste a single day. But even if you are 98 years old and said, is it too late for me to begin? I've lived my entire life in selfish purpose and no thought of others. Can I do anything? You, my dear, are the very reason that we come. Even with the limited time left upon the earth, you can leave this earth in great glory, having done much to save many lives and brought joy and hope and happiness to others. Though it is true you may not become famous in the earth's sense, your name may never be known by anyone. Over here, infinite intelligence makes note, knows who you are, and rejoices in your turn of heart. It is never too late to begin on the path. Nothing that you do for spirit and for the good of mankind is ever forgotten here. There is no wasted effort. The people of the earth who are ignorant to spirit truth, who have forgotten who they are, may not recognize you. They may castigate you. They may insult you. Jesus warned that these things would happen. He said, if they hated you, they hated me first. And the truth is that many who have forgotten who they are shut out spirit and do not want it. The rise of atheism across the globe is testimony to those souls who have abandoned the higher callings. Do not be as these. who would turn against light and truth. Say that within your heart there is a spark of divinity, and if you will but embrace it, you shall begin again on your journey. So do not give up hope. It is never, ever too late. On earth, the Spiritualist Church says that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul, here or hereafter. This is a truth that we of the spirit world brought to the spiritualist movement, that they might understand how their mission affects all lives. So even if you're 100 years old, and tonight you're saying, Alfred, I don't know that I have much time left, I'm 100 years old. Yes, my dear, even you can begin again and start your journey, and no effort will be wasted. And you will probably be very surprised at how quickly you shall advance in your spiritual life. You are from spirit, and to spirit you shall all return. And so embrace the journey, have joy along the way, and let us of the spirit world guide you. There are others who wish to speak. My name is Alfred. Greetings, my dears. My name is Rose. My dears, it was so joy-filled to be here with you today. Whenever I listen to Alfred's teaching, I'm reminded of the hope that all souls can grow in the light. You know, I was one of those wayward people on the earth who forgot spiritual truth. But the spirit world did not forget me, and even in the darkest of purgatory, when I found myself upon my death, they sent angels of light to me. Perhaps you need an angel of light today. You may be someone who, like we were listening to earlier when the medium was reading, you may be like somebody who is an addict of drugs. Perhaps you're steeped in addiction. You feel there is no way out. Understand that those of us who reside here can bring healing power to you. All you must do, though, is ask for it, and you must be open to it. Even those of us here who are the most powerful of souls cannot help somebody who is not receptive to our assistance. In fact, infinite intelligence, though unlimited as it is, cannot penetrate a soul who will not receive its presence. This is because, in the grand scheme of things, human beings are given free will. As a spirit soul, you have infinite intelligence within you, but you also have your own infinite intelligence and your own will. We will never override your will, nor can even God himself, my dear. If you want to have the presence of the spirit world, simply ask for it. You can say, Rose, I'm lost today. I'm steeped in addiction. I feel there is no way out. Please will you and those of the spirit world help me? My dear, a prayer uttered like that in true sincerity is more powerful than the greatest atomic weapons on the earth. Its power blasts through into our world with a shining light that will certainly get the attention of many souls, and you will draw to yourself a bevy of hope. So do not give in to despair. Alfred is telling the truth, that those of us who reside here are only a whisper away, but that whisper must come from the true self, the heart. Don't ask out of compulsion because, oh, so-and-so said I must talk to the spirits. No, my dear, you must in your own heart truly wish for our presence. And if you do, then we shall be with you. Fletcher said our medium's power is starting to wane, and so we do not wish to tax him. But we thank you, my dears, for allowing us to be here with you allowing us to visit and bring our words of wisdom to you. We do hope that you have found a little bit of hope and comfort today. Please remember each of us. You may call upon me. You say, Rose, come to me. Call upon Alfred. He's a wonderful old soul. Call upon Fletcher. Call upon all of the spirit world. There are countless billions upon billions, actually, of souls here. You're unlimited in the amount of help you can receive. So do not feel that you're bothering us or that you're not worthy, my dear. None of us are worthy. We've only become worthy because we've chosen to let the light within. The true self is light and goodness. Oh, but so many times we heap up upon it unnecessary fears and worries and condemnations. My dears, do not hold on to that. Let our world help you. Let us lighten the burden, and let us lead you closer to the light. The spirit world loves you, my dear, and is here for you. Do call upon us. Our medium's power is starting to fade. And I do feel myself fading with it, my dears. So do call upon me, and know that I will come to you. And in your hour of need, you can say, Rose, please help me. And I will be that. My name is Rose. Well, Tubies, I'm back, and wow. You know, I love to channel. No matter how tired I am, how worn out I am, once I channel, spirit comes through and revitalizes me. And anyways, I want to thank you. Thank you for being here. Listen, if you've enjoyed this today, you might want to pop over to my website, check out my bookstore. I am a published author. I have a wonderful book there you might enjoy. Messages from Rose. It's about my work with my spirit guide, Rose, who's often with me and helps me. And if you like this and want to learn more about my work as a psychic, this is a book for you. I have a number of other books over there, but pop over to PsychicBob.com. Link will be below for that. And also, while you're there, make sure you don't forget to pick up your copy of Black and Silver. It's the last day that's going to be available for you. And get your free copy, your free download. You know, if you don't like it for yourself, maybe you have a friend who's interested in modern art, and this might be a nice gift. You could print it out, frame it. It's signed by me, and they'll have a collector's edition. Now, as I said, this is only going to be up on the website until tomorrow, so get it today. All right, tomorrow a new one goes up. It may be up a little bit tomorrow early in the morning, but after that it won't be up, so you got to get it. Okay, get it today. I'd do it now. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We always got more coming. Tomorrow is Monday, and that means we're going to have an astrology report, our astrology forecast, find out what's going on in the stars for you. We'll see you back here then. Give me a call, 703-825-3929 if you want to get on a schedule for a private reading, or write to me at PsychicBobHickman.com. All of those links below. You guys are best. I love you. Sending blessings out to all of you. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may all of you blessed be. I'm going to go do some voodoo dancing. Ooh, I got on my voodoo beads. Look out, girl. See you tomorrow.